He says, continues to say here.
The little bit old woman type of white floral, or they're sickeningly sweet.
Old woman here. Should I be offended? Ouch. Ouch. You're killing me here. It's like my next scent on my wish list is Mon Guerlain, the original. I went in yesterday to one of my favorite Perfumeria, and I smelt it. I put it on my skin. I still have the tester here. I took it home. I wanted to sit with it. I wanted to see if I really, really loved it. And let me tell you, I really do love it. But I need to do more research on it before I spend my money on this perfume. So in this video, I'm going to go through all the reviews, all the comments. I'm going to do a deep dive on Mon Guerlain. So let's start. The reason why I wanted to put Mon Guerlain on my wish list because I watched this video from Demi Rawling, and she is a perfume influencer and she really knows her thing about fragrances. I highly recommend that you watch her videos because she is, to me, an expert. So let's see what she says about Mon Guerlain.
One of the first feminine perfumes to ever really use the note of lavender in a prominent way.
That is an interesting bit of history. And lavender, I think, was mostly used in a lot of men's fragrances.
I feel like it really set a trend actually to start using more like aromatics like lavender, sage, etc.
Okay, so exactly. That's what she was saying.
For angelic fragrances ever in the world.
Angelic.
It's heaven. It's
heaven. Oh, I want to smell like heaven. That is for sure.
Absolutely heavenly.
I mean, basically, as soon as she said that for her, it smells like heaven, it's an angelic perfume, it just made me want to look into it more and more. Okay, let's delve into the comments and see what people are actually saying about Mon Guerlain. So this is a comment from Kimberly Belle Fontaine, 1215. I love Mon Guerlain. Heart, happy face. I'll go so far as to say it's probably my most favorite of all designer fragrances. Wow, that's saying a lot. There's a lot of designer fragrances. I tend to gravitate way more towards niche fragrances these days, but I'll likely always have a bottle of Mon Guerlain. Makes me think that this is up there with the niche fragrances. So that is very, very positive, definitely. This is another comment from JR IW3MS. To me, Mon Guerlain is the ultimate feminine fragrance. I love that. I love to just smell very feminine and girly. Just like Valaya. Valaya is on my wish list as well. So I'm going to have to do a deep dive on Valaya one day, that is for sure. Actually, let me know in the comments if you would like for me to do a deep dive on Valaya. I bought Dama, Bianca, and Apollonia, among many others, on your recommendations, and no regrets. Fragrantica website, and the main accords are vanilla, lavender, woody, aromatic, powdery, balsamic, interesting, sweet, warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, and iris. Okay, kind of strange combination, but I just really loved it all together. So let's just break this down. Fresh, spicy, definitely. Iris, yes, it had this warmth in it. Vanilla, but not too much vanilla. I can't really explain it. It's probably the lavender that kind of breaks through that really sweetie vanilla smell. Let's take a look at the perfume pyramid. So the top notes, lavender and bergamot. Okay, but the lavender wasn't that strong. Middle notes, iris, jasmine, sambac, and rose. It did have a floral scent to it, definitely. And then the base notes, Tahitian vanilla, yes. Coumarin, Australian sandalwood, benzoin, and licorice, and patchouli. So the most recent review here. Okay, wow, this is a really long review. She must have really loved it. So this is from Spellbound. I could cry. Is that good or bad? Let's just read on. At last, I have my perfect fragrance. Positive. Okay. It's taken me so long to find a perfume that sits well with me on so many levels. I have tried many fragrances after reading reviews and have often been so disappointed. Me too. I hear you on that one. I am going to try not to repeat the positive review here, and I'm no fragrance expert, but words that come to mind when describing this scent are, and she describes a lot here: comforting, clean, soothing, warm, cozy, fresh, sensual, hug in a bottle. Yes, yes. Come closer. Oh my gosh. I agree. Definitely. I know that fresh and cozy seem contradictions, but I'm thinking about it. But what I'm thinking about is that lovely smell that radiates from freshly laundried and tumble-dried fluffy towels and cotton shirts. Clean, snuggly warm. But for me, it's sexy too. It's polished sort of way. Well, I love how she describes it. This is undeniable sweetness to Mon Guerlain. But unlike so many other vanilla fragrances, it is not cloying. Yes, that's what I got from it too. I don't like when a perfume is too sweet that it gives you headaches. So let's just go on here. Overwhelming or headache inducing. I have come to expect that although I adore vanilla in food, I can't accept it as a body fragrance unless it's subtle, light, and blended with fresher notes as we see in this beauty. Okay, I think that's why I love it so much, because that hint of lavender breaks down the sweetness that you get in a lot of the other vanilla perfumes. Most importantly to me, there is no screechiness. It's smooth and well-rounded. Oh my, I absolutely adore this perfume and I'll never stop wearing it. It's my signature scent. Wow, that is overly positive. Okay, let's watch this video from Jeremy Fragrance. It's called Before You Buy Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. And this video was created 5 years ago, okay? So I really wanted to go into a video that was created 5 years ago. That way I really get a good insight in what people are saying even 5 years ago, and seeing if it's true what people are saying now in 2025. So let's go into this video and see what he says, and we'll do a little bit more deep diving on all the points he mentions in this video. So here we go.
First thing, performance is bad. So this is a huge drawback with this fragrance. The performance, sadly, is not the greatest. Don't expect
okay, performance bad. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay, well, let's see if that's true. Let's head on to Agrantica and see what people are saying there. All right, longevity. So let's see, very weak. 297 people voted very weak longevity. Compared, though, to almost 3,000 people saying that it was a moderate longevity. Long-lasting, a little bit over 2,000 people said that it was long-lasting. And then eternal, basically it lasts forever, about 619 people. So more people are saying that it has a pretty moderate longevity. Maybe not beast mode, as they say out there, but more people are saying that it has a moderate longevity than not. Okay, so let's continue watching the video and see what else he says.
the fragrance is massively unique, which is fantastic because most female perfumes are all the same stuff. They're
Okay, unique. Okay, that's good. I definitely don't want to smell like everyone else. Although, I mean, really, I don't really care if I smell like everyone else. But to a lot of people, it is important to have their signature scent, and they do really want to be unique. So let's just see what he says, continues to say here.
either a little bit old woman type of white floral, or they're sickeningly sweet.
Old woman here. Should I be offended? Ouch. Ouch. You're killing me here. It's like, yes, I'm an older woman. Should I? Like, what is it with older women and smelling bad? Like, is that a thing? Like this, I keep on hearing this. I mean, okay. I think he refers to that very pungent rose that rose smell. I don't know how else to describe it. But I mean, I get it. It's kind of like that old antique rose that your old grandmother would wear. I mean, I hate saying that. It breaks my heart. It's like, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. But, you know, I just wish people would stop saying old women. Like, come on. Okay, let's continue.
This one has lavender, which is more of a men's fragrance note, mixed with some cherry, mixed with some sexy sweetness. Very unique fragrance.
Okay, lavender, cherry. Is that true? Okay, let me just go back into the site, the Fragrantica site. All right, here we go. So lavender, yes. Bergamot, middle notes, iris, jasmine, rose, but not old lady rose, apparently. Okay, base notes, Tahitian vanilla, love that. Coumarin, Australian sandalwood, benzoin, licorice, patchouli. Okay. I don't see any cherry here. But I'm thinking that it's like a cherry. What's coumarin? Let's just see. Sorry for not knowing. I'm not a fragrance expert. I'm just doing my research here. Okay, odor profile. The odor profile depends on the quantity of the material. It can be herbal-like hay or sweet and warm like caramelized almonds. Caramelized almonds. Okay, that's where the sweetness is coming from. I mean, coumarin. Okay, that's interesting to know. All right, let's go back. Okay, Jeremy. Okay, I'm sure you know you are the fragrance expert, so you know I do trust these influencers to a point, but you know, let's just continue to see what else he's saying.
Fantastic. Third thing you should know, buy the eau de parfum version. Did you know, ladies, how many versions they have of this by now?
No.
They have
How many?
around 5 different versions of Mon Guerlain. Just
Wow, 5. I did notice that when I was in the store. They had like a whole wall of Mon Guerlain. But I'm really interested in the original one. But for now, I think I'm going to stick to the original one. Let's just see what else he says.
buy the eau de parfum. It's
Eau de
the best
parfum.
in terms
Eau de
of
parfum.
perfect balance of sweetness, sexiness, and
Okay. Mon Guerlain Eau de Parfum. Let's do a comparison here. This is what I think we should do. Okay, let's just see the difference. I just want to say that he probably meant, because there is an eau de toilette, but I did read that they discontinued that, so now they just have Mon Guerlain, and then they have the Eau de Parfum Intense. Either way, let's just see what the difference is. So the Mon Guerlain original, so we have the vanilla, we have the lavender, aromatic, that's coming from the lavender, I guess, powdery, balsamic, sweet, warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, and iris. So the intense starts with the vanilla, that's the same. Then the second note is woody, which the original one, they have it as the second note, lavender. And then comes in the lavender with the intense. Then you have the powdery, that's the same. Aromatic, that's the same. Balsamic, the same. Both sweet, both warm, spicy. Oh, this is the difference here. The Mon Guerlain has a fresh spicy, and the intense has a more of a soft spicy. And then they both have a base note of iris. So I'm seeing here that basically, I guess with the name, the intense is just spicier, warmer, something to wear more in the winter. And the Mon Guerlain is just a lighter version, not so overpowering.
Fourth thing you should know, the brand Guerlain is one of the most respected perfume brands in the history. They are older than Chanel. They are older than Dior. And they have been making fragrances before
Really?
Dior, before Chanel. They have the biggest fragrance store in the world, in Paris, in Champs-Élysées.
What?
So
Wait. Wow, I'm learning a lot. He is the fragrance, like one of the first fragrance expert influencers of all time for the social media platform. Wow, that is so interesting. So Guerlain really knows what they are doing. Let's just see if that's true. Okay, Guerlain is a French brand. Of course, we all know this. With 175 years of outstanding business. Wow. Guerlain has always used luxury and rare materials for its perfumes. I love that. I love that this is telling me that they really focus on quality. Such as French vanilla and ylang-ylang from their own plantations in Comoro Islands. Wow. Besides that, Guerlain has been an innovator in the use of synthetic materials, and they just go on in what they have used. So of course, all perfumes have a mix of natural and synthetic. I can see that. The Guerlain house was founded by Pierre-François Pascal Guerlain in 1828. Wow, they have a very, very long history. Starting with common hygiene products. Really? Kind of like, I don't know, Johnson & Johnson, I guess. Guerlain was also creating perfumes for his customers. And over time, he developed the business into a highly successful company that became an official perfumer for several European royal courts. That's amazing. Wow, so it really has a rich history, even with royal courts. This is fascinating. Anyways, you can read on and on about the history of Guerlain if you'd like. It's on the Fragrantica website. Let me just read a little bit more here. The Guerlain Perfume House was a family business until 1994 when it was acquired by Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy. In 2002, the family legacy of the Guerlain ended with Jean-Paul Guerlain's retirement. Oh, though he continued to work for the house as a consultant. Thierry Weiser, I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, was named the official in-house perfumer of Guerlain in 2008. Okay, very, very interesting. I love that. Oh, this is high up on my wish list. I think I'm gonna go and buy this. Yes, I even like buying perfumes that have some sort of rich history, and I like reading about the history of their company. Like that is important to me as well. I'm just curious, you know what? I want to see if they have that, usually they have, the perfumer likes to leave a quote about their perfume. Let's see what it says here. Angelina Jolie was chosen as the face of the new perfume from the House of Guerlain. Mon Guerlain coming out in March 2017. Jacques Guerlain said, "We create perfumes for the women we admire." Okay, so this perfume was launched a while back. I think this is basically a very timeless perfume. It's becoming one of the just old and loved perfumes that I guess everyone should have in their collection, I'm guessing. And this is a quote here. Thierry Weiser was inspired by the notes of a woman. Wow, that is quite romantic. Or the choices, emotions, and dreams that embody modern femininity. Oh, I love that. The fragrance will be launched for the international market with the notes of lavender and vanilla. Very nice. I love that quote. Okay, let's continue on the video and see what Jeremy has to say next about this.
Ladies, own a bottle of Guerlain. It's a very good company. It's one of the best. Most important thing with ladies, men love that fragrance. Although it's not your typical sexy, sweet sugar bomb, they love this one.
Okay. I mean, I'm married, but still want to impress my husband. Just saying.
The perfume to men, they love this and they will love it on you too. And Just as a little bonus note, this I call the wife fragrance.
Sorry. Okay. You know. Okay. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, let's just please tell us all.
Why? Because it doesn't smell like a one-night stand. It doesn't smell extremely flirty, but at the same time, it smells long-lasting, interesting, sexy. It smells like a gorgeous wife.
Okay. Well, I take that as a compliment. Okay, so what I'm just seriously, what I'm getting is that this is a very sophisticated scent with the lavender mixed in with the vanilla. It's not like that very sweet, cloying vanilla that will just give you a headache and that you can just get from Bath and Body Works, for example. Nothing against Bath and Body Works. I mean, I don't think they even have that in Italy, but you know what I mean. I think what he's getting at is that this is for a very modern, sophisticated woman that is secure with herself. That is what I'm getting, I guess.
It just has this not cheap aspect that some perfumes have. It has a very elite,
that's what
elegant sexiness.
Right.
It's an elegant sexiness.
Elegant.
It's not teenager sexiness. This is elegant wife sexiness.
Okay, I get it. Okay. All right. So not for a teenager, more for an adult woman. I think that's what he's trying to say. Okay, so that is pretty positive overall. If you don't really care about the long lasting thing, this could be quite a good perfume. Okay, let's just jump into the comments and just seeing what people are saying. Okay. No, I think a lot of women watch this video too, because seems like a lot of women are commenting. This is a comment from Karen Ualat, F1J. I use this perfume. I prefer this than Miss Dior. Okay. Here's another comment from SRACQW1409. Yes, it is amazing and very unique. It doesn't resemble any other perfumes, but unfortunately, it doesn't last long hours. Okay, that's exactly what he was saying. Nobody asks me about my fragrance, but I like the version with the silver nick. I think he meant on the bottle more. Okay, not getting much of compliments, but he does, or whoever thinks it's very amazing and unique. This is a comment from Jude2138. I completely agree with you. While its performance is underwhelming, the fragrance itself is truly captivating. So if performance is important to you, then maybe this fragrance is not for you. But if just the scent itself is extremely important for you, then I definitely think this is a good buy. However, I just read a comment from Oslent Vatisever 2410. I have bought it with the thought that the scent will stay for 6 to 8 hours. However, I still could smell it in the next morning. See, it just contradicted what the other guy was saying. So I'm satisfied with its longevity. I absolutely loved it. Okay. Comment from M. Rafgan 8751. I'll buy for my wife. Yes, sir. And you should. And this is another comment from Judith Martin 5974. I wish people would be a little bit more careful before saying perfume doesn't last. Some of us don't want our surroundings to smell into the third day after spraying it. I mean, she's not wrong. You know, I don't really want to be smelling up the whole entire room, and you know, it just might bother other people too. So yeah, I get that. Okay, this is a good one, guys. Shirley Canton 3152. AAA, old woman smell. Just remember, old women was once young and wore beautiful classic smelling perfume. They would have said meh to the tutti frutti vanillaric meh of perfumes of today. Right, right. I mean, is it just me, or is every perfume that comes out is like this overly sweet gourmand caramel cupcake? I don't know. Like, just it's just too much. So, old woman smells. Come back, old woman smells. Yes, yes, yes. That was quite interesting, and I have to admit, a little bit entertaining as well. But I'm struggling to find any negative comments on this perfume, but I did find one, sort of, but which is a good thing, you know. I'm thinking of buying this perfume, so if there's any negative comments, like, I would like to see them, but the fact that there's not that many, you know, this is a huge plus for me. But I'll just read this one. This is from Shinobi Meow. I'm going to be honest and start off by saying this perfume is not for me. There you go. It's not that bad. No, he said, it's not that it's bad. It's just rather uninteresting to me. I do like bolder and unique scents. So the herbaceous lavender vanilla composition just doesn't do it for me. The opening is a bit sharp, but the vanilla dry down is nice, but pretty much a skin scent by then. Low projection, a lot of people were saying that, and longevity, although I can appreciate it. I never feel compelled to wear this. I occasionally revisit this to see if my thoughts have changed, but they haven't. Okay. I can see this being a versatile fragrance appropriate for any occasion and time of the day, if this is your cup of tea. This was my first foray into the house of Guerlain, and it does make me curious to try something else. Well, Guerlain does have a lot of other perfumes, so. As others have mentioned, Guess Seductive Noir is very similar to this. Yes, I've heard that too, that Guess came out with sort of like a dupe, but I'm not sure about that. Is very similar to this, except it is milder in the opening and has a significantly weaker and less interesting dry down. And I have to say, like, I don't know about buying dupes. I just, if I'm going to buy the scent, I just want to just buy the original. But of course, I understand, if I didn't have enough money, I would probably consider buying it if I really, really, really loved that fragrance in particular. So, it's up to you. I don't see anyone else mention it here, but Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Belle Eau de Parfum gives me a stronger impression of the same sweet and rich vanilla vibe of Mon Guerlain, but without the sharpness. Oh, that is interesting. I should look into that. So he's saying the Jean-Paul Gaultier La Belle has a similar scent, but without that sharpness of the lavender. I definitely need to smell that one next time I go into the Perfumeria. Okay, well, if you like this sort of video, please hit like. Bye.